And welcome to our community. Susie Thomas here. Real excited to introduce you to Rescued Dreams Ranch. And with us this morning is Stephanie Bianchi. Good morning.
Good morning.
And you are one of the co-founders, I guess, of Rescued Dreams Ranch. Tell us a little bit about the beginning. And it must be hard starting something up.
Well, I am a co-founder with Kara Zender. And the beginning, we've known each other for several years now. We met when she was doing a similar kind of ministry with horses in this area, and Rescue Dreams Ranch came about really as a calling. We felt we both just have seen what people and horses, when they come together in a quietly individual environment, one-on-one, there's healing, there's a great deal of growth and transformation that can happen in that relationship. And we felt called somehow to provide an environment where families, children, adults, people who are experiencing maybe some brokenness in their lives, some need for relationship repair, some need for mentoring, just place to be listened to, could come and experience that.
When you're talking about rescued dreams, who are we speaking about that's having their dreams rescued? Is it the horse? Is it the person riding the horse? Combination?
Rescued Dreams, the name itself actually comes from from Crystal Peaks Youth Ranch. They are a ranch of rescued dreams. They're out in Oregon, and that's the ministry that Kara had chosen to model our ministry after. And so she took that name to sort of point back to them as a model initially. And so the dreams that I think are rescued are whatever people bring, their desires for unity, wholeness, healing, whatever dreams that you might have that you bring to the ranch.
All right, well, that says it. Tell us about where are you located, first of all, and who is able to come use these facilities?
It is, the location is Berkey Road in North Canton, so It's really in the heart of North Canton. And it's a barn, an indoor arena, and about several acres anyway, to be able to do short trail rides. So that's the location. Mm-hmm. It is a place where we hope to be able to grow and increase our herd of horses as well. Anyone can come. In answer to that, it's a place where we'd like to be able to offer free of charge the chance for people to come and work one-on-one with a session leader and a horse. And it's pretty open-ended how that session would go. It really, we've had in the past a whole family come, for instance. We had a family who were kind of a blended family who were struggling to come together as a family and to learn how to operate together as a unit, as an integrated whole. And we had a wonderful summer of sessions with them, in which I remember the mother saying it was notable to her and amazing, she said, that as the week after, really up to a full week after they had been there, and either ridden or worked with the horses and walked around the farm, that she noticed a marked difference in the children's peace and their interactions with one another. There was just a certain spirit of quiet that they gained from coming for those few hours
from being with the horses.
A week. Mm-hmm.
That they were somehow learning to work in tangent with a horse, and that somehow them having this shared experience, they were able to better relate to one another, you're saying?
Yes, because I think, although it's not about the horses, we try to underline that. It's really, it's the people who come. But the horse, time and again, I've seen, is an instrument for they require you, being with a horse requires you to get still, to be attentive, and to take a good, close look at what's happening in your own interior, because horses are highly reflective of that. They have an extraordinary ability to just bounce back at you what's going on inside of you, to reflect that. They're a mirror. And so that, I think, is what people often experience. They'll come and find that they not only are seeing the horse responding to them on a much deeper level, but that they also have to then muster the attentiveness to quietly look at that in themselves, maybe change how they're responding to the animal to get the response, relational response they want from the horse. Like if we're doing a round pen session, for instance, and you want the horse to join up with you, we'll do an exercise like that sometimes, and the horse will come in and join up with you based upon your ability to quiet down, center down, still yourself, and attract and draw them in. So we've had people come out who struggle with anger issues, and work through that in the round pen, just one horse, one person.
Now that's a little frightening if you're saying that a horse is a mirror. Does someone come in angry? Does that bring out anger in a horse? Or is the horse somehow able to help them calm?
Good question.
themselves?
A horse is just simply going to reflect that and stay away and run around the round pen, say, or show agitation and not want to join up and be close to that.
Now, are we always talking about horseback riding, or just could a person be interested in coming and spending time with the horses without even riding them?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. There can be sometimes kids want to come and just do art, maybe, or paint the horses. Kara has particularly enjoyed sessions like that, where she'll just bring paints and they'll paint the horses and talk and share. And lots of times in that way, the horses simply provides people an intermediary, a facilitator maybe to the conversation, something that allows the child maybe to share things that they wouldn't with a parent or another authority figure.
It's so interesting. Stephanie, why do you think that is? Just from your perspective, what is it about horses? Because these are large animals. It's not like being around a puppy or a dog. This is a horse we're talking about. Large, muscular, strong animals. What is it that has that kind of an effect on a person?
I think it's because they're so very, and that's true for a dog for that matter, but horses, I suppose, they're so non-judgmental. There's just no sense that it's doing anything but receiving what you need to share. And I think trust is also an enormous element of the relationship of that enormous creature with that relatively fragile you. The children still have that capacity. They want to be able to just love up on this big beast. And horses are different with kids, for instance, because of that. They know this childlike element of just being, of just being with them. They accept that very well.
And it's so exciting. You watch a child, you watch anybody, adults as well, when there's a horse in the picture, how people are just drawn to it. Now, I know in our area, there are places where we can go where there's quite a few horses. There are still horse-drawn buggies in our listening area. And when you see them posted somewhere, they're tied up by a post and someone's inside a shop or what have you, you're just drawn to that horse. You want to go say hello and just make friends with the horse. It's just, you've nailed it. That's exactly right. There's just something that really draws you in. Let's go back to the trust issue. Getting up on one of these creatures and riding. First of all, what does Rescued Dreams Ranch offer in the ways of teaching us how to do it right? And there is something definitely, you're letting go of your will when you're allowing that creature to carry you along. And you have to be somewhat in control or share control with the horse. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Well, the ranch, certainly the first step is to teach safety around horses.
Good.
And that's very important, right? And how to conduct yourself and understand how horses think and are different from maybe what we would expect. With a horse, it's moving their feet. It's being a good leader. That is everything. And I think that segues into another important element, I think, of what we do there, which is hopefully mentoring the individual, right, to become confident and whole, and to somehow appreciate their own unique gifts and step forward in those and just be who they've been called to be. So I think that the trust element, that you build trust with a horse, kind of counterintuitively for us with bossing them around in a sense. You listen to them, you're attentive to what they're saying to you, but you also, they gain tremendous trust in you in the way that you direct their feet to move. You learn to give them great security in the fact that you're going to take charge and you're going to keep them safe and show them each step. So you sort of learn that, I think, in the groundwork and the basic things that we teach there in a session, and before you ever get in the saddle and take on the more complicated relationship that and partnership that's involved in riding.
So interesting. Well, we're talking with Stephanie Bianchi, and she is one of the co-founders of Rescued Dreams Ranch, along with Kara Zender. When we come back in a few moments, so I want to get more into that. First of all, exactly what you offer, what your hours are, all the basics, but I'd love to know some more stories as far as families and some of the success that you've had with children and adults, I think, in their horseback riding and interaction with your horses and where these horses come from. You're listening to Our Community.